2 hours before his death, Socrates delivered a message that has become one of the most remarkable reflections on truth, virtue, and the human soul. Calm and composed, he reminded his followers that the body is temporary and fragile, always demanding food, comfort, pleasure, and attention, while the soul is eternal, capable of understanding deeper realities. He explained that the distractions of the body prevent the soul from seeing truth clearly, and only when the soul is freed from bodily limitations can it grasp wisdom in its purest form. For this reason, he said, a genuine philosopher spends his whole life preparing for death, not out of sadness, but because death separates the soul from the body and allows it to experience the highest truth. Socrates insisted that death is not something to fear. Fear comes from ignorance, and those who live with virtue and clarity have no reason to be afraid. He told his companions that he had followed his inner divine guide throughout his life, and since it gave no warning on the day of his trial or on the day of his punishment, he accepted his death as something natural, something in harmony with a higher purpose. He urged them not to cry for him because sorrow implies that a great misfortune is happening, while he believed he was simply moving from a world of confusion to a realm of pure understanding. He reminded them that virtue is more important than life itself because the soul is shaped by one's choices, not by one's physical survival. Even though he believed he was wrongly accused, he refused to escape from prison because breaking the laws of the city would corrupt the soul more than death ever could. Right living, he said, is the highest duty of a human being. As his final hour approached, he spoke about the immortality of the soul, explaining that the soul, being the source of life, does not perish. Instead, it continues its journey toward truth and purification after death. He encouraged his followers to keep searching for wisdom, to question fearlessly, and to practice justice in all situations, for these are the qualities that uplift the soul. When the moment came, he accepted the cup of poison without hesitation, showing no anger toward his accusers, only confidence in the path of virtue. His last instruction was simple yet profound. We owe a rooster to Asclepius, please remember to pay the debt. Asclepius was the god of healing, and Socrates' final words suggested that death was like a cure for the limitations of the body. It was his way of saying that death had healed him, releasing him into a clearer, freer state of being. With that final gesture, Socrates transformed his death into a final lesson, one that teaches that truth is worth any price, virtue is the only real wealth, and the soul continues beyond the physical frame. His final message endures as a guide for all who seek meaning, live honestly, question boldly, pursue wisdom, and face life and death with clarity and courage.